Hello world! Welcome back to another picoGym workout exercise video. In this video, we'll be walking through the Web Exploitation Challenge Java Code Analysis. Let's get into it. Bookshelf Pico, my premium online book reading service. I believe that my website is super secure. I challenge you to prove me wrong by reading the flag book. Here are the credentials to get you started. They give us a username of user and a password of user, and the source code can be downloaded here, and the website can be accessed here. Okay, right off the bat, we're going to go and access the website. We're going to punch in the credentials they give us in the challenge. And immediately we can see a flag book right here. And it appears to only be accessible by the admin user. Let's confirm that by clicking on it. And indeed, we have a lock icon here showing that we can't actually read this book without having the admin permission or role. So what we're going to do is we're going to inspect this page. We're going to go to the network tab. We're going to refresh. We're going to go to this root HTML file right here. And if we scroll down in the headers, we're going to see this authorization bearer header. The value here is a JWT, which is a Java Web Token. So we can copy that and we can load it into jwt.io, which is just one of many Java Web Token decoders. And we'll paste that in here. And in the payload data, we can actually see what it decodes to. Now we can tell what our role is, which is just the free role. We can see that our email is user and our ID is 1. So what we need to do now is figure out what these values are going to be so that we can masquerade as the admin user. And that's where the source code comes in. So we're going to bring this over here and we're going to pull up our source code here. And when you download the source code, you're going to get this zip file. And if you unzip it, you get this bookshelf Pico directory. We're going to navigate inside that and go to src, which is source, and then main, and then Java, IO, GitHub, whatever that says, Pico, and then this is going to be the main Java source code for our challenge. We're going to right-click, show more options, open with code, and you can quite clearly see that this is indeed the actual Java source code for what's running on the back end in our challenge website. We can see that there is a JWT service here located under the security directory. And this is what actually creates that bearer token that we saw. So it creates the token here, and then it gets a secret here for the token because a lot of these JWTs are encoded with some kind of key. So that's probably something we need to figure out as well, is what we're going to fill in here. We can see that the algorithm is HMAC 256, which is pretty common for JWTs. So we'll leave the algorithm as is here. Let's start figuring out what these other values are. So first thing we're going to do is navigate to our bookshelf config up here. And if we scroll down, we're actually going to find what our role should be for the admin role. And it's just admin with a capital A. So we can fill that in here, admin. Scrolling down a bit further, we can actually see new admin and free users being generated. And we can see our email right here. So our email should be admin, but this time with a lowercase a instead of an uppercase A. Then we're going to navigate to the role.java file. And here we have a comment that says, higher the value, more the privilege. By this logic, admin is supposed to have the highest value. Well, we don't know what all the tiers are for users, but what we do know is that there was free, premium, and admin. So free is 1 because we know that we're the free user. And premium did not appear in bookshelf config.java to actually have a role defined or a clear role defined in here. So what that tells us is that admin is most likely going to be 2, like so. Now we need to figure out what the secret is. Well, if we go back to the JWT service, we can see that's pulling our secret key from the secret generator. We can see the secret generator Java file right here, and we can see the logic for how it's actually generating that secret key. Here we read the secret from a file, and then we return that secret. But if it can't actually find a secret in that file or find the file that has a secret, then it's going to print out some logic to say that the file doesn't exist. And then it's going to generate a random string, 32. We can see that there is a generate random string right here. And it does indeed have a parameter for that length. But all it does is return 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's no actual logic in this function, meaning that if this exception is triggered, then the secret key is purely going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. Well, we have no real way of knowing whether that secret key file exists or not. So we can only go off the assumption that potentially the secret key is 1234. And maybe that secret key actually works just in general. What we're going to do is we're going to use 1234 as our secret key here. And we'll maximize this. So what you're going to want to do is copy the value that's encoded right here as it reflects whatever we put in as the payload data over here. And we're going to paste that into the local storage here because that is where our bearer token is stored from the HTTP headers. So we'll copy that into there. And for safe measure, you're going to want to go ahead and copy the payload data as well and paste that into the token payload right here. We're going to refresh the page. And there's our flag, weak JWT not good. So we'll copy that, paste it in, and submit. All right, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe to the channel to show your support. Turn on post notifications to get regular injections of cyber content directly into your feed. Check out our Patreon, join our Discord, and follow us on Twitter. Links in the description box down below. And leave any feedback or questions in the comment section down below. This is Almond Milk. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, world.